He looked at her, then at her torn clothes, and said coldly, "Take her away. She can't pay." Hours later, that same doctor would be on his knees, begging her to save his life. Rain poured heavily that night. The hospital doors slammed open as a young girl rushed in, soaking wet, holding a fragile woman in her arms. "Mom, stay with me. Please." Her voice trembled. The nurses glanced at them, then at the front desk. "Payment first." The girl froze. I don't have money, but please, she's dying." Silence. Then footsteps echoed. Confident, slow, unbothered. Dr. Raymond Cole, the most respected surgeon in the city. He stopped in front of them, looked at the woman, then at the girl, then back at the nurse, and said the words that would change everything. "Next patient." The girl's eyes widened. "Please, sir, I'll do anything. Just save her." But he didn't even turn back. To him, this was routine. Poor people came in every day, desperate, begging, and he had rules. No payment, no treatment. Simple. The security guard gently pulled the girl away. Her cries echoed through the hallway. "Mom, don't leave me. Please." And just like that, the doors closed. Hours later, the rain had stopped, but the silence was worse. The girl sat outside the hospital, holding her mother's lifeless hand. No screams now, no tears, just emptiness. That night, she lost everything. Years later.
If you're enjoying this story, kindly do us a favor and subscribe to our channel. It is free and won't cost anything, but it means the world to us. We're just a small channel trying to grow. Thank you, and back to the video.
5 years passed. The city changed. But one thing remained the same: Dr. Raymond Cole's reputation. Successful, powerful, untouchable. Until one night, everything fell apart. It started with a sharp pain, then dizziness, then darkness. He collapsed in his own home. The man who saved thousands was now fighting for his own life. Sirens screamed, doctors rushed, machines beeped wildly. "His condition is critical. We're losing him." But something was wrong. His rare condition required a specialist, and there was only one person in the country who could perform it. One name. Everyone whispered it with respect: Dr. Maya Lawson. She walked into the hospital, calm, focused, unshaken. The entire room went silent. "She's here." The nurse handed her the file. She opened it slowly. Then she saw the name: Raymond Cole. Her fingers froze. Her eyes darkened. Memories came rushing back. Rain, cold floors, a dying mother, a man who turned his back. That young girl who once begged at the hospital doors was standing right there. Now, the only person who could save him. The room waited. "Doctor, can you do the surgery?" No one spoke. Seconds felt like hours. Her heart pounded. This was the moment. Revenge or humanity. She stepped closer to the bed, looked at him. The same face, the same man, now helpless, now afraid. Tears slowly filled her eyes, not of anger, but of pain. Then she whispered, "I remember you." The nurse looked confused, but she didn't explain. Instead, she picked up her gloves. "Prep the operating room." Gasps filled the room. "You're going to save him?" She nodded. Not because he deserved it, but because she refused to become him. Hours passed. Sweat, focus, precision. One mistake, and it was over. "Vitals dropping! Stay with me! Clear!" The room held its breath. Then a beep. Steady. Alive. Days later, Dr. Raymond Cole opened his eyes. Weak, confused, alive. He looked around, then saw her, standing at the end of the room. Calm, composed, unforgettable. You saved me?" His voice cracked. She stepped forward. "Yes." He swallowed hard. Why? That question carried years of guilt. Years of silence, years of regret. She looked straight into his eyes. Because someone had to show you what compassion looks like. Silence filled the room. Tears rolled down his face. For the first time in his life, he understood. Not success, not power, but humanity. She turned to leave, but stopped at the door. Without looking back, she said, "Never measure a life by money, because one day, you might be the one who can't afford to be saved." And just like that, the man who once refused to save a life was given a second chance by the very person he once ignored. If this story touched you, hit the like button, because sometimes the smallest act of kindness can echo for a lifetime. And if you believe everyone deserves a second chance, subscribe to ValorVerse, because the next story might just change the way you see the world.